Our next inductee was a titan of business, a champion for education, and a faithful servant whose legacy of integrity reshaped the landscape of Wilkes County. A proud 1964 graduate of West Wilkes High School, he went on to build a successful career as the owner of Bumgarner Services, Wilkes Door, and the Levitt Company. He believed that professional success carried a profound responsibility to give back, a belief that he put into action for over 40 years as a foundational leader on the Wilkes Community College Board of Trustees. Today, his impact lives on through the Bumgarner Scholarship Fund, continuing to open doors for future generations. His leadership reached across the state and the nation, serving on major financial boards, the Wake Forest Medical Board of Visitors, and earning North Carolina's highest civilian honor, the Order of the Longleaf Pine. Yet for all his accolades, he was a man of deep humility, who considered his greatest achievement to be his 61-year marriage to his wife Evelyn and the family that they raised together.
Terry was always very humble, quiet, always had a great sense of humor. Terry could always find something to say that would make people laugh. Somebody said he had a steady presence, and I think that describes him very well. Just always a steady hand, humble, quiet, but a fantastic leader and just a fantastic man. Growing up here, he had that Wilkes County in his blood. You know, he could have taken his business to Charlotte or anywhere. But he wanted to run his businesses from here and to grow them here, to help the community, and I think that comes from his upbringing here. It's all about the giving back to the county and the community. He felt a duty to give back all the things that he was in our community. You know, the Chamber of Commerce, to the college, to the art gallery, to the bank, serving on the bank boards. I mean, I don't know what else he could have done. He's done so much. I think Terry had a sense of, we need to make Wilkes County better. We need to be able to have our kids come back here and make a good living and stay here. The way to do that was to work hard to make it a better place, and he certainly did it and did it well.
Terry loved his community. He knew that if he spent time with us to take care of our existing businesses, to help develop properties, whether that be a site or a building, that it would give us more opportunity, and that opportunity would lead to jobs in Wilkes County for citizens. So he wanted to give back, and he wanted to make a difference. He wanted to leave it better than he found it. You look at the legacy that he left on our board, encouraging others to be strong and to try to look for ways to improve our county through jobs and investment in businesses. He's left a legacy there. He believed in investing in other people's lives, whether it be his family members, the community, the board he served on, people that he just ran across. He knew a lot of people, and he was able to make a difference for a lot of people by just being available to serve or to be a friend.
When Terry spoke, you really wanted to listen to what he was saying. Terry Bumgarner was a trustee at the community college. Actually, he served the community college as a trustee on the board for 31 years. You know, I look at Terry as a trustee, but also I gained a friend in Terry Bumgarner. He introduced me to a lot of people in this community and surrounding communities. Seeing Terry at events, whether it be the community college gala, the golf tournaments, graduations. He loved graduations. He loved pinning ceremonies. When you saw Terry Bumgarner, you saw his love for this community. You saw somebody that was not only shaped by this community, but that shaped this community. Terry grew up in Wilkes County, working just like anybody else. He grew his hard work and efforts into a very successful business, which culminated into Bumgarner Services. Looking at Wilkes County, probably dig into it and see Terry's fingerprint on a lot of things. When he saw a good idea, when he saw a good individual, he wanted to make an investment in it. He was always striving to make this county better.
He had a true caring for all the people associated with the college, the students, the faculty, everybody. I mean, 3 decades of work at the community college. I mean, some people may not know that the Board of Trustees, the college doesn't just call you and say, hey, will you volunteer? He was appointed by the Wilkes County Commissioners. He had to be reappointed every term. For 31 years, the politics in this county changed. The faces on the Board of Commissioners changed. Terry serving for them never changed.
When he came into the room, he always made sure that he spoke to everyone, shook their hand. It just made your day sometimes just to see Terry stop by the office and spend a little bit of time with you. He was happy. He laughed a lot. I know that our board meetings were better when he was involved because he was just a strong leader. If he wasn't there, many times he would call in just so that he could be a part of the meeting, or he'd try to get on Zoom. He was dedicated. He was going to show up and you could count on him. He always made sure that he gathered all the facts and then he gave time to think about his answer before he responded. And so you knew that when he gave you advice that he'd given much thought into what he was getting ready to say. That's why others always listened when Terry spoke.
Watching how he would interact with the youth and work with providing them advice and opportunities. You could just tell that Terry always wanted other individuals to succeed. A healthy workforce is an educated workforce, and Terry wanted to grow the workforce in this community, and he did that. He helped us do that through the college and through his service. He could see what people were capable of, I think, a lot of times before they could.
I mean, he was always there. He was always committed. He was always speaking up. He was always in tune and involved. He had that true passion for service to this community that not many people have, and that's why this fits him perfectly. I mean, he's definitely a Hall of Famer in Wilkes County, no doubt about it.
Please join me in honoring a visionary leader of quiet dignity, lasting generosity, and true warmth as we induct the late Terry Bumgarner into the Wilkes County Hall of Fame. Accepting on his behalf are Evelyn, Joseph, and Christy Bumgarner.
That's hard to follow. Even as a thank you, that's very hard to follow, that beautiful introduction. Thank you to all fellow inductees and our friends, family, co-workers here tonight. This is an incredible honor on behalf of our family. And I'm grateful I wrote something because now I need to read it. Again, thank you all. This is a lovely evening for the food, fellowship, and everyone. Thank you. To the Wilkes County Hall of Fame board members, fellow inductees, and friends and family, on behalf of my mother, my brother, and our entire family, we thank you for the induction of my father, Terry Bumgarner, into the Wilkes County Hall of Fame. We are deeply grateful by this incredible honor and by the recognition of his life, service, dedication to Wilkes County. This week marked 1 year since our father's passing, and it also marks what would be our parents' 62nd wedding anniversary. Because of that, this recognition has been especially meaningful to our family during an emotional week of remembrance and reflection. Our father loved Wilkes County. The community shaped who he was, and in return, he spent his life I can't read, sorry. He spent his life giving back to the people and places that meant so much to him. He believed deeply in hard work, integrity, faith, family, and service to others. He never looked for recognition or attention. In fact, if he were standing here today, he would probably be wondering why everyone was making such a fuss. But what we have learned over the past year is just how many people he impacted throughout his life. Time and time again, people have shared stories with our family about his kindness, his encouragement, leadership, generosity, and willingness to help whenever someone was in need. Some of those moments were big and life-changing, and some were small acts of kindness that people never forgot. That was simply who he was. To us, he was husband, dad, and pop-pop, the steady presence who offered wisdom, guidance, and unconditional love. He taught us by example. He showed us the importance of treating people fairly, working hard, keeping your word, and always being willing to lend a hand. His legacy lives on not only through accomplishments and contributions that he made throughout Wilkes County, but also the values he passed down to us as our family, friends, and community. It is also fitting that we gather here today in the Wilkes County Board of Education offices as a place that represents two of his favorite things: education and tools, as this was the former Lowe's hardware store. Our father was a firm believer in supporting education and the opportunities it creates for future generations. He believed education gave people the foundation to build meaningful lives and stronger communities. He believed in giving people the tools that they needed to succeed. While we miss him every day, his guidance, his love, his wisdom, and simply his presence, we are comforted by the impact he made and by the memories so many people will continue to share. Thank you again, Wilkes County Hall of Fame board members, for this tremendous honor and for allowing our family to celebrate Terry Bumgarner's life and legacy with all of you this evening. It is an honor we will cherish forever, and thank you so very much.